I love designing with plants. We've already got a planting plan. We've selected the plants we're going to use. And now it's time for the fun part where we're going to put them in the ground. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do it. I've got my plants well watered and placed on the sidelines. I've ordered a bulk order of mulch ready to put down straight after the planting, and bamboo stakes to mark out some of the plants and help me with the layout, and also some tools, little shovels, my favourite hori knife, ready to go. So the last time I talked about planning for planting design, I mentioned lines of beauty. So how you see across the garden, the different perspectives and views that you have on the garden. And today I'm going to mark them out with a chalk spray to help me with the layout. So just as with the chalk spray, there's another tool I use, and that's bamboo stakes. So I've used these bamboo stakes to mark out where I've already got bulbs in the garden. It helps me make sure I don't stand on them while I'm setting plants out, and that I don't plant something on top of them. And I also use bamboo stakes, coloured ones, to actually mark out the different coloured flowers that I'm going to put in the planting design. It helps me make sure that the colour's beautiful and even. The key to my planting design is I want it to be a little bit wild and a little bit playful. So I want to have lots of repetition of colour, and I want things to be really intermingled. I don't want too much symmetry, I don't want too many big blocks of colour. I want to really have a bit of informality to it. This is one of the fun structural plants I'm experimenting with, by Julius Funfair Wine. It's got these beautiful hot pink flowers that kind of sit above the foliage, making it a perfect structural plant. It comes from South Africa. It should be perfect for this climate. This is a very sweet little hollyhock, creme de cassis. I've grown it from seed. It's got these beautiful white trumpet-like flowers on these long stems with these maroon centres. It'll look so cute with everything else. These are some wonderful salvias, Salvia viscosa. I've grown these from seed as well. This is a beautiful structural plant. It's got these really long flower stems that stand above the foliage, and it sometimes starts flowering in winter, and I want to have that early colour. This is a beautiful silver plant. It's Echinops starfrost. I lifted it from the original planting, and now I'm going to put it back in a new position. I love using silvers because they really create a contrast to a lot of those green shades that we've got in the garden when it comes to foliage. I put it on the outside because it's an incredibly tall perennial, and so I don't want it shading or thugging out other plants. Now that I've placed all the structural plants, it's time to put in the grassy backdrop. So I've chosen a few grasses that are going to work so well in this garden. This beautiful carex that has these lovely autumn tones. It's evergreen as well, so it will be a permanent feature. And this incredible calamagrostis that a friend gave me. It's got the sweetest, softest seed heads that will catch the light in this garden. I really love grasses because they have so much beautiful movement. They really bring a kinetic element to the planting, and I love seeing them catch the wind and catch the light. Now that all my structural plants and the grass layer is down, it's time to think about the next layer, which is the flower filler. Flower fillers are those plants that are going to create an amazing kind of landscape around all the structural plants. They're mounding, they're full flowering, they're really going to bring everything together. One of my favourites is this marble rose salvia that has these beautiful pink flowers. And you can check out the Gardening Australia website for my list of plants in all different colours. There's a bit of an art to laying all of these plants out. I use different planting patterns, and I'm going to show you one. It's called clusters, the same plant clustered in small informal groups for more of an impact. I arrange them in odd numbers like 3, 5 and 7. They're called design numbers. They help to create a pattern across the garden. planted everything out. I've planted all the structural plants out, all the grasses, all those beautiful flower fillers. I've got it in the garden. You might think I'm done, but I'm not done yet. I'm still going to add more plants to this beautiful combination. I'm going to add some bulbs and I'm going to add some seeds. But before I do that, I'm going to add a wonderful layer of mulch. Mulching is so important. It reduces evaporation and it suppresses weeds. There's all different kinds of products that you can use in your garden, from pea gravel to pea straw, different kinds of chip bark, all different kinds of things. But I really love using quality compost. It's really dark and small in its kind of texture, so it really allows my plants to pop and to be really visible. It also feeds the soil as well, which is an added bonus. I get it in bulk. It means I don't have a lot of plastic bags left over, and it's a bit more economic as well. The next step is to add some bulbs. They really extend the flowering season, and they add these seasonal punctuations to a planting as well. I really love these Dutch hyacinths because they've got such big flowers. This one's called Woodstock, and it's got this pink magenta flower, which is going to be so much fun. The general rule of thumb is to plant bulbs as deep as they are long. I'm going to plant more than 100 bulbs in this whole area for the impact, and I'll see them starting to poke up in the next couple of weeks. There's also some Dutch iris. I know a lot of people think that they might be a little bit of a granny plant, but I'm all here for granny plants. And this Dutch iris, red ember, has these brown and burgundy flowers, which are so cool. Now I know what you're thinking, that there's too many plants already, but I'm still going to add a final layer of seeds. I've got a coarse sand here. I use the sand as a carrier to extend the amount of seeds across the whole garden. So I've got this shito. It's got this amazing purple foliage and it looks so good as it kind of grows with other plants. There's this incredible little silver sea holly as well, Silver Salento, that's just great in the little silver flowers it brings. But one of my favourites is a burplerum that has these lime green little flowers, and that's going to add such a great contrast to all the other things I'm growing. I've mixed all 3 seed species together. I like to use lots of seeds as I have a huge supply from collecting and saving my own. And because I've got such a dark mulch, I can see this lighter colour sand when I scatter it on top. It tells me where I've sown seeds and where I haven't. And all that's left to do now is water in. So you can see, I have squeezed in so many different kinds of plants in every square metre. So even though I've got everything now in the ground, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to come back, observe, do some edits, and definitely maybe squeeze in a few more wildflowers. Naturalistic planting is all about that beautiful emulation of nature, all the joy of the wildness together with beautiful patterns. So really experiment, have a playful approach to it and really enjoy yourself. Next time, I'll show you how to achieve beauty on a smaller scale by using the same design principles with your pot plants, a narrow garden or verge. You can achieve some beautiful results.